Good morning traders and welcome to today's live trading. Today is Friday the 13th of July, so I'm hoping that's not going to be a bad omen for some unlucky trading today. But as usual, we're on the FTSE 100, so let me run you through my morning analysis. You can see that we're just moving away from a band that I've got around the 7690 level. I've got one above here around the 7715 level and a couple below, and one or two above that I've not quite marked in yet. What am I looking for this morning then? So we've had, if I bring the 4-hour chart across, we've had quite a run in the last couple of days, bullish run, but I mean this has been the story pretty much. Decent run, decent retracement, decent run, decent retracement. Not really going anywhere at the minute, the FTSE, at least in the sort of short term. On the hourly chart you can see basically this again just in more detail. Since sort of yesterday, price broke up above the ATMA and it's pretty much stayed there the entire time. One or two tests along the way, and you can see now that we're breaking up towards this band at the 7715 level. Obviously this looks very good for a short, even if it's just a short term bounce. That potentially could be good for a short, but looking for trades this morning. Obviously if it is going to jet off before the open up to this top band, then great, I'll just look for shorts there. If not, we could potentially look for long trades from this band. Excuse me, but I would like to see the FTSE retrace some today, probably down to this band here, around 7660 level. How we'd get that I'm not sure at the minute. We'd need to break down below this band, and with the band below not being much of a distance, it might be tricky trying to get short there. We'll just have to see how price plays out. It's going to be easier to get long, I think, unless it just comes up to this top band. But we'll just have to wait really and see what price action does. So we're about 5 minutes till the open. I'm going to go grab a drink and I'll see you shortly. Right, what I'm going to do if this candle finishes low enough, which is looking like it's going to, is just put a sell order beneath here. So low is 710.3, I want to be in at 9.1. Submit that. We've been triggered, so I'll bring the ticket across in a moment. Basically what I'm looking at is, like I was saying this morning, I would like to see at least somewhat of a correction on this market. As we've got in up at this top band, I'm probably going to be looking towards sort of this level down towards this band. So the risk on this trade is 6 points there. We're going to be looking at sort of 9 points. And obviously the reward, we're looking towards 13-ish points, 12, 13 points. So the risk to reward on the trade is good. Yeah, I'll leave that there for the time being. Yeah, basically what I'm looking at is, obviously we're a distance from the ATMA, so there's room for this trade to trigger, come down, test this, react, and then make a decision, rather than you get triggered and it come into the ATMA almost at the same point. If the ATMA was much further up, say around where this R2 is, then I would wait for this test, see if it bounced, give me another signal, and then I would look to enter. But just because it's so far away, I'm happy. And to be honest, that is the case with both the higher time frames. So if I show you the hourly, we're up in this band at the minute, but the ATMA is all the way below the lower band, so there's room for price to come all the way down before an ATMA test. And the same on the 4-hour, it's actually 2 bands below where price currently is, so there's tons of room for a reaction. Basically price is just getting a little bit extended. This is a good area to look for a short, and the risk on the trade was so low, as opposed to the potential upside on the trade. So it was definitely worth taking. Now, there's nothing to say, obviously this has had a good blast up. We don't really have any news, but if buyers are going to still find value at this level, then we're probably going to see price continuing to move up, and I'll get stopped out, which is absolutely fine. But just the setup there seemed too good to pass up. So like I say, I'll put my stop in the usual place, a couple of points above the high of that candle, and we'll see if this can start grinding its way down. I'll bring the ticket across and we'll see how this one gets on. Okay, so we're just getting down to the level that I'd identified, and I'm going to close the trade here. Basically, like I say, I was just looking for a smallish retracement on this market. We'd had a good move up. Of course, there's always the possibility that this market comes crashing through back down to this band, even down to this band. I honestly would expect it to at some point get down to around the 760 level, whether that's today or Monday, who knows. But the trades I take are about high probability, and excuse the printer making noise in the background there, and having good enough risk to reward. The trade that we took today had about 9 points risk on it. It's moved down 13 points. That's a good risk to reward trade. That's all I needed to take from the market. They're only the opportunities that I tried to identify. So yeah, the job was a good one, really. And 9:30, can't complain with that. It was a little bit of a boring trade to watch, but it has got there in the end. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please do consider leaving a like on it, and if you haven't done so far, please consider subscribing to the channel. I try to do these as often as I can. I know I've missed a couple over the last couple of weeks. That's just been with me being really busy. I have tried to record a couple of mornings trades, but nothing really happened, so it just wasn't worth putting a video together to put out, to sort of waste your time watching, to see me sat there going, well, nothing's happening. So I just haven't done it. But things are quieting down now. I should be back to hopefully a weekly routine. So yeah, more of these to come. So thanks again, and I'll see you next week.